Coming up on Campus Connection.
Back to school looks a little different this fall semester. I'm Felicia Pliego. I'll tell you what requirements are in effect. Coming up.
Students took part in Week of Welcome in person for the first time since school shut down in March of 2020.
And new dorms built on campus.
All that and more coming up on Campus Connection.
Welcome to Campus Connection. I'm Sophia Johnson.
And I'm Christian Vasquez. We're happy you're here with us for the first episode of the fall semester.
The start of the new semester is well underway, and although more classes are in person than last semester, things still look a bit different.
Reporter Felicia Pliego talked to the university about the changes taking place.
For Long Beach State, just a little over a third of courses are in person. For more than 10,000 new students this fall, their choices were limited.
Currently on campus, we estimate that we have about 1,300 sections that are hybrid, about 3,100 sections that have a face-to-face in-person component. That estimates to about 48% of our classes having an in-person component, which is about 4,500 sections. We also estimate that we have about 51% of our classes that are completely remote.
To access campus, faculty, staff, and students are required to be vaccinated, except for medical and religious reasons.
Honestly, I feel like it was kind of forced upon people. People didn't really have a choice. So as for me, I run track here, so I was kind of forced in a way to get the vaccine in order to compete, in order to come on campus.
For indoors, face masks are required before accessing campus. Vaccination cards have to be uploaded, and online pre-screening is necessary. If you're not vaccinated, a COVID-19 test is required, and the testing center on campus are seeing over 400 people weekly. The Chart Room restaurant is no longer serving food. Instead, nursing students are giving tests and waiting for results.
The thing I don't like about it is that they're putting our communities in danger.
For athletes, requirements are even stricter.
Yes, since we're vaccinated, I believe it's only one time a week now. But I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but if you're not vaccinated, it might be 3 times a week still, depending on if you play an athletic sport or not.
The cooperation of all students and staff is being encouraged. Students are being rewarded with beach bucks to fulfill in getting their vaccines or to upload their COVID-19 vaccination status. In Long Beach, I'm Felicia Pliego, Campus Connection.
For the first time in more than a year, academic and social clubs got to meet students in person. Week of Welcome is where everyone gets to see what these clubs have to offer. Over 200 campus clubs showcase the organizations to the Long Beach State community. The pandemic forced last year's events to take place virtually. Although social distancing policies were in place, students of Long Beach State community were excited to share their clubs with the incoming freshmen.
And I think it's really great, after being virtual for so long, that, students can finally, interact with people face to face and really get, hands-on experience, on whatever they're.
If you missed the Week of Welcome, you can always contact Associated Students or the club you're interested in. California voters rejected the recall effort to fire Governor Newsom. The presidential visit the night before the election may have helped. Reporter Felicia Pliego has more with that story.
President Joe Biden's first trip to California since taking over office. He will spend less than 24 hours. He is here for a rally to persuade California voters to vote no on the recall elections.
President Joe Biden.
The president made an appearance at a rally at Long Beach City College to support Governor Gavin Newsom's recall. In his 15-minute speech, President Biden gave praise to Governor Newsom's handling of the pandemic and urged California voters to vote no.
And here's why it's so important for you all to vote no on the recall. First, voting no will be protecting California from Trump Republicans trying to block us from beating this pandemic.
President Biden entered the stage in a quad valedictorian to a cheer crowd of about 1,500 supporters. During his address, many cheers were given. However, there were several dozens of loud pro-Trump supporters outside the rally while the event was going.
Joe Biden being here in support of Gavin Newsom, and I think Gavin Newsom needs to be recalled.
As the rally ended, supporters that attend the event were pleased with President Biden's speech.
Climate change is always a big factor, but I'm also here with the 5 to 15 campaign. So minimum wage is something that's very much on my mind. Workers' protections, women's right to choose. So any number of things that they spoke about and that I truly believe.
Air Force One landed today, Monday at 6:10 in the afternoon here at Ross Aviation in Long Beach, bringing President Biden to help push back the recall election of California's Governor Gavin Newsom. In Long Beach, Felicia, Pliego, Campus Connection.
In entertainment news, reporter Jada Knight tells us a fun way for students to unwind and stay fit.
Good afternoon, Christian and Sophia. It's quite the eventful week at Cal State Long Beach, with back-to-back pop-up venues welcoming students returning to campus. Free food, music, and games. It's a college students' wonderland at RecFest, an annual carnival event hosted by the Student Recreational and Wellness Center.
RecFest is just to promote recreation and wellness and to promote our beautiful facility as well, and just to engage our students here on campus.
The facility is open for students to stay fit and healthy while wearing masks and following other safety policies.
Like as for the CDC procedures and guidelines, they did so well, and I feel like we should have this again.
RecFest is an opportunity for Long Beach State students to unwind after a long week full of assignments, hang out with friends, and make new ones as well.
I met a couple people playing the corn bag toss. One guy's name is Aaron, and then his other two friends. And everyone's just super friendly and outgoing.
After returning back on campus from remote instruction last year, students say this event feels like paradise.
I'm a second year, so I never have been on campus before, and it feels really awesome to finally be here and meeting all these people, being in such a fun environment. It felt like I was at a carnival again.
To join in on the fun, students must download the SRWC Go app to register for the event and sign a waiver. Once checked in, students received a free t-shirt for coming.
I think it's cool how the schools and all the organizations are putting these things together for the students, especially coming from quarantine. And now we have all this to look forward to, which is really cool.
I got a caricature drawing of myself as well. It didn't take long, only 4 minutes, and it's free. Back to you.
Wow, a free caricature. I'm going to have to get one for myself. Thank you, Jada. While rising COVID cases forced students to go online last year, Long Beach State construction crews completed a new dorm building on Lower Campus.
It's the newest dorm in 3 decades. Reporter Julianna Bingham went to the new building to see what it has to offer students.
Amidst a year of changes, Parkside North is one of the most recent at Cal State Long Beach. Rising 4 stories high, the new dorm building is now home to over 450 students of all class levels.
Just being able to meet everybody, it's a lot of fun. Last night, it's I come back, I'm hanging out with people on the 2nd floor, and then I go up to the 3rd floor, and then it's I go back to hang out with people in their dorms. It's just fun hanging out with everybody.
Parkside North is located on the northwest corner of campus, off of Atherton Street. The building is the first new dorm to be built in 30 years, putting it in high demand.
What's really nice about them is that we do have a living room, 2 rooms across from each other, 2 microwaves, 2 fridges, and our own restroom as well.
Despite being close to the other dorms on campus, this building has amenities that are completely unique and redesigned.
This rooftop is exclusive to CSULB students living at Parkside North, where they can go to eat, study, or relax after classes.
It's a nice place to go hang out. It's nice and cool at night. Sometimes they have a little bit of music, but they haven't had that recently. But I'd say that's probably my favorite amenity.
There are many other amenities Parkside North has incorporated into its building, including a laundry room, shared kitchens, games, and study lounges.
But I do like having the luxury of having air conditioning. That's a really cool amenity that our rooms have. Basically everything that I need is kind of at my fingertips, so that's kind of cool. Especially the lounge too, because I can just go right outside my room and then there's the lounge.
Some construction around the building is still being worked on and is expected to be finished in the near future. As for now, students will be able to continue to enjoy the close community and interactive atmosphere that Parkside North has created for them. Julianna Bingham, Campus Connection.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Sophia Johnson.
And I'm Christian Vasquez. We hope to see you next time here on Campus Connection.